Hello Hookloopers! Welcome to my crochet channel. I'm Sarah. Today's Tunisian stitch is a diagonal stitch, similar to the Tunisian diagonal eyelet stitch of which I've made a video some weeks ago, but even simpler. It is worked from a chain in multiples of 4 plus 2 stitches, and you only need to know the Tunisian simple stitch to make this stitch pattern. I will leave a link of the Tunisian simple stitch both in the description below and in the top right hand corner of this video. And let's begin. So as usual, I have started with a standard foundation row in Tunisian crochet of 14 stitches, which counts as row number 1. In row number 2, the first loop on the hook already counts as stitch number 1, and we will start by working into the first 3 vertical bars in Tunisian simple stitch, as usual excluding the one vertical bar that's right under the loop on the hook. So these 3 vertical bars are the first 3 ones. So as I said, let's start by working them in Tunisian simple stitch. So I insert the hook under the vertical bar, yarn over, pull through and drop a loop on the hook. And I will repeat this in the following stitch and in the third one as well. Now we yarn over, skip the next vertical bar and work into the following 3 stitches, again in Tunisian simple stitch. So we skip this one and we go right under the next vertical bar and work in Tunisian simple stitch. This is 1, 2 and 3. Now again we will yarn over, skip the next stitch, the one right under my yarn over, and work into the following 3 stitches in Tunisian simple stitch. 1, 2, 3. Time for a yarn over again. So yarn over, skip the next stitch and work into the last stitch of our forward pass, which is a border stitch, and we will make a neat closing stitch of it. This means we will insert the hook under both the front vertical bar of that border stitch and its back bar, like this. Yarn over, pull through and drop a loop on the hook. Now we will make a return pass, a standard one, so we will yarn over, pull through 1 loop only once, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops together, again yarn over and pull through 2 loops together, and repeat this movement until the end of the row and until you're left with just 1 loop on the hook. Okay, so that was row number 2. In row number 3, we will repeat what we have done in row number 2, but we will change the position of our yarn over. We will stagger it. This means we are going to start with 2 stitches worked in Tunisian simple stitch instead of 3. So work into the first 2 stitches in Tunisian simple stitch. 1 and 2. Now yarn over, skip the stitch that's right under the yarn over and work into the following 3 stitches in Tunisian simple stitch. So these ones. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, skip the next stitch and work into the following 3 ones in Tunisian simple stitch. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, skip the next stitch and work into the last 2 stitches of the forward pass in Tunisian simple stitch, remembering to always finish with a neat closing stitch in that border stitch here, and return. So that was row number 3. In row number 4, you probably already know what's going to happen. We will change again the position of the yarn over by working into the first stitch in Tunisian simple stitch like this, and then proceed right with the yarn over. So yarn over, skip the next stitch and work into the following 3 ones in Tunisian simple stitch. Okay, yarn over again, skip the next stitch and work into the following 3 stitches in Tunisian simple stitch, and so on and so forth. Always remembering to finish with a neat closing stitch at the border, and return. Okay, so in row number 5, I wanted to show you how to start the row. We will start with a yarn over right away, like this. This means we will skip the very first vertical bar and work our pattern of 3 Tunisian simple stitches in the following 3 stitches, and so on. So now I'm at the end of the forward pass. I will not finish with a yarn over, of course, because it would not be possible to proceed from there. So I will just finish as usual with a neat closing stitch and return. Okay, so now our repetition is completed. I think you've understood how the pattern works. This means that now in row number 6, we will start over again, just like we did in row number 2. That is to say, we will start by working into the first 3 stitches in Tunisian simple stitch, then yarn over and then proceed with the pattern just as I've shown you so far. And this is it. So this is the swatch. This is how it looks. It creates these diagonal lines, slanted lines, producing a lovely effect, a lovely design on the texture, but extremely easy, as you've seen. So I hope you liked this video. I thank you for watching, as always, subscribing, commenting. Thank you very much, and see you next time with another beautiful stitch in Tunisian crochet. Bye bye.